When you start analyzing your first chromatograms in Peaksel, you'll quickly run into necessity to modify processing methods because the default will probably not work for you. You may end up with too many peaks or too few, or the boundaries and the baseline will not satisfy you. What you want to do first is to find the right parameters for the integration. We have a separate tutorial on the integration algorithm, which explains what all these parameters mean and how they impact the integration. But here, we will focus on how to apply the configuration to injections once you figured out the right parameters. I just set up the configuration that works for me. Now, since I have many injections in this batch, I'd like to apply it to all of them. For that, instead of clicking Apply, I will choose Apply Globally, select Apply to the whole batch, and then save it. This reintegrates all the injections in the batch, but note that only chromatograms with the same name are modified. If we were to change the settings for another chromatogram, we could apply them globally as well, and this is how you can set it all up for the whole batch. But what about injections that you will create tomorrow? If you use the same LCMS method and the same instrument, then most likely you'll want to reuse the same integration parameters. So how do we tell Peaksel to do this automatically? For that, we have global settings, which is available from the main page. So you go to the settings and select processing. If this is a new clean Peaksel installation, you will see only one predefined method, the default. You can edit your default, change the parameters, save it, and it's going to be applied to all new injections automatically. Notice that we can change the granularity at which we set up the integration parameters. We could specify it, for instance, for MS chromatograms. Or we could add another template specifically for, let's say, total ion chromatogram. When Peaksel integrates chromatograms, it finds the method that has the biggest common name between these two. We can go ahead and fill integration parameters for other detectors, let's say UV, and eventually set up all necessary configuration for any type of signal. But besides editing the default method, you can also clone it and create new methods from it. This is needed, for instance, if different instruments produce very different profiles of peaks. You can change the configuration however you like, and then enter an expression to match injections. For instance, you can enter instrument name, for which this method should be chosen. You can specify multiple instruments or use wildcard expressions to match many instruments. Next time an injection is uploaded, Peaksel will choose the processing method according to the instrument name of that injection. Then determine which integration parameters match each chromatogram, and finally run the automatic integration.